Hey, how are you? Good, good. I'm doing good. Do you love these things? Oh, perfect. We're going to be talking about some of them today. But before I get to that, I want to talk about fitting. A lot of us who play golf, when we hear fitting, the first thing that comes to our mind is the cost. And it's okay. I'm not going to disagree with that because yes, it is expensive. But the other question is it worth it? My answer is yes. This is one thing that most people probably don't talk about. Fitting is not always about having you buy new clubs. I don't think that's the intent of a club fitter or a golf fitting specialist. The main goal is to help you know what is the right set of equipment for you. I was very well aware of two things. One is my swing speed, and two is that in my downswing, I tend to dig my toe in the ground, the toe of my club in the ground. Whoa. And I try all I can, or I try all I can think about to solve that issue. But no, it was not solved. Is that a choice you can make if you have proofs that fitting can help you play better? Well, I went through the experience and I want to share with you what I found. So, the main idea for me going into fitting was to see if I'm right about how I see those elements. And if changing that can help me solve my two issues. Remember, I wanted to stop the ball and I want to be able to avoid digging my toe in the ground because what that does is it prevents you from having a clean strike. And well, if you don't have a clean strike, the chances are you're gonna be sending your ball in every direction. And the shaft I'm playing is way too soft for my swing speed. Nowadays, there is enough technology so that a person can run through your numbers and see what you can change, what you don't have to do, or what you need to do, to be better in whatever area it is that you were trying to work on. For me, it was really eye-opening because I swing my irons about 97, 99 miles per hour, and I'm playing a KBS shaft in regular flex ultralight. So right away, that sent the wrong message. The tour player swing their irons around 92, 95 if I'm not mistaken, but most of them are playing stiff flex. You can already see that we have a problem, because if you're swinging faster and you're playing a regular flex ultra light, well, it doesn't help. It is not going to help you. So that was the first thing that we discovered through my fitting process. And the next was about changing my lie angle so I can avoid digging my toe in the ground. You have to realize that your swing and your posture, your stance when you address the ball, it is not necessarily going to change because that's something you already have in you, like you built that up for how long you have been playing. So changing that is not necessarily going to be the easiest thing to do, but it is easier to change something on your club, to change, for example, the lie angle on your club to match with the way you stand and the way you address your ball. So I think for me personally, that was a good choice to do, changing my club's lie angle to make them fit my stance and the way I address the ball and swing. Fitting solve my issues. I can confidently tell you yes. Fittings for me solve my issues. At least the two, if not three main issues that I have and that I was well aware of before going into fitting. Yes, the fitting process have addressed and solved those issues for me. The number one issue is being able to stop my ball when I wanted to, when or where I wanted to stop. Well, that was not happening because I was hitting a shaft that was way too soft for my swing speed. I was not getting enough spin, and I'm not launching my ball high enough. Now, there are circumstances where you want to hit a low ball, but not always. Especially on your approach shots, you want to get your ball up so it comes down at a steeper descent angle and increases your chances of that ball to stop. My ball was always flying low and it will hit the green at a flat angle and keep running. That's how you get the double bogeys and the triple bogeys. So don't do that. But so how did we address that issues? We went through a whole lot of shafts, and the conclusion now, so I moved from regular ultra light to stiff and heavier shaft. On the second major issue, which is I always dig my toe, the toe of my club in the ground, and that prevents me from having a clean strike, clean and pure strike. Well, and when that happens, well, you always send your ball in every other direction, not necessarily where you want it to go. So I am saying that I'm confident that fitting have solved the issue for me. Now, the next phase of this video is going to be unboxing my new set of iron here for the season. When you go through fitting, you try a whole lot of things. Different club head from different manufacturers, different shafts, and lot of twist here and there to see what works for you. And this is important because a lot of time when we hear, manufacturer release their club and then they make bold statements, like it is tempting. It is tempting to think that, oh, okay, good. If I get this club, I can play better. Well, number one, it is not necessarily true. You still have to work on your game. And number two, even if it is true, well, you have to prove it for yourself. After hitting 10 shots with Ping G425, 10 shots with the new Titleist, and the moment I hit my first shot with the Mizuno, I said yes. This is the club I'm going home with. Because there is something different about it. It feels different. It feels like, I would say, almost easy on your body. You don't feel all the vibration that you feel in the other clubs. And I was like, yes, this is the club that is going on to. have the capacity to go get fitted, but if you do, my honest answer is yes, it is worth it. Thank you for watching. And if you like what you hear, please consider subscribing. Next video is coming up soon, and it is going to be about some of the misconceptions that almost every beginner have about golf.